Hello, Creepy Clips fam. Welcome back to another episode of Creepy Clips. Get ready for a blast from the past. If you grew up in the 80s, you'll remember the iconic voice and theme song of Robert Stack, hosting the spine-tingling show Unsolved Mysteries. In the descriptions below, tell me your top 10 favorite episodes. Ghost stories, unexplained phenomena, or criminal cases. The mystery continues. Number 10, The Queen Mary Ghost, from Episode 4, Season 1.
What some believe is a shipwreck that took place 40 years earlier.
This chilling tale takes us aboard the iconic ocean liner, the Queen Mary. Also, if you want a video on that ship, tell me in the comments below, where many ghostly presence has been terrorizing passengers and crew.
Years when I'd had the first experience with actually seeing what I thought to be a ghost.
Even now in 2024, people have seen and heard stuff. But in 1966, a young woman named Kathleen Flynn disappeared without a trace while sailing on the Queen Mary. Years later, strange occurrences started happening.
Appeared to be in a late afternoon cocktail-type dress from the 40s.
Doors opening and closing, objects moving on their own, and ghostly apparitions. Was Kathleen's spirit trapped on the ship, or was something more sinister at play? Watch and find out about the mysteries of the Queen Mary ghost on Unsolved Mysteries. Number 9, Dan Cooper's Hijacking, from Episode 5, Season 1.
Buffeted by winds gusting in excess of 200 miles per hour.
This astonishing case takes us back to November 24th, 1971, when a mysterious man known as Dan Cooper hijacked a Boeing 727 aircraft.
The last flight and strange disappearance of D.B. Cooper is one of the most baffling cases of this century.
Makes me wonder, how does one get prepared for this?
He must have perished when he leapt from a 727 at 10,000 feet. Others disagree. They say he made it.
He was your typical businessman, a suit, tie, a raincoat, carrying an attaché case.
But Cooper demanded a ransom and parachuted out of the plane with the money, but he was never to be seen again. The FBI investigation that followed turned up nothing, leaving behind only unanswered questions.
Miss, I have a bomb in my briefcase. I saw a big battery with 6 dynamite sticks wrapped around the battery.
For real.
And
Florence went to the cockpit to inform the crew about Cooper and his threat.
Can you handle it?
Yeah. Tina, he's the guy in the very back. He's all dressed in
we were
black.
very, very scared to death. All of us were.
Who was Dan Cooper, a.k.a. D.B. Cooper, and how did he pull off the daring heist?
305, we have a hijack in progress.
They, in turn, contacted the FBI.
Okay, I gave the captain your demands.
Find out and explore the intriguing details of this unsolved mystery. But if you would like an update on this, I have more updated info about Cooper for another video.
A 75-car, 6,000-ton cargo train made its regular night run to Little Rock, Arkansas.
Number 8, The Death of Don Henry and Kevin Ives, from Episode 5, Season 1.
52 miles per hour. So far, the run had been clear sailing as engineer Stephen Schroyer approached the small town of Bryant, Arkansas.
This tragic case tells the story of 2 teenage boys who were found dead on a railroad track in Bryant, Arkansas in 1987.
Horrifying discovery that 2 boys were lying motionless across the railroad tracks. Despite the engineer's frantic emergency stop, the weight of the heavy cargo train carried it for a full half-mile.
Laying on their back, what really happened that night? The investigation that followed raised more questions than answers, with theories ranging from accidental death to murder.
Friends and popular seniors at the Bryant, Arkansas High School. It is extraordinary that Kevin and Don lay on the tracks without moving a muscle.
But one thing is certain. The truth behind Don and Kevin's deaths remains a mystery to this day. So go watch the rest of the episode in the description. Also, if you know anything on this Cases in Arkansas 1987, please call Crime Stoppers.
Really happened, and to salvage the reputation of their sons. For over 100 years, people have seen and heard things around the General Wayne Inn in Philadelphia that they cannot explain. A number of different ghosts.
Number 7. The General Wayne Inn Ghost. From Episode 7, Season 1. This iconic inn in Pennsylvania has been a hub of paranormal activity, with reports of strange occurrences dating back decades. Staff and patrons have witnessed unexplained noises, apparitions, and even physical attacks by an unseen force.
Edgar Allan Poe wrote part of his famous poem, The Raven, here in 1836. But it is a history of hauntings that brings us to the General Wayne Inn.
The haunting is believed to be linked to the inn's rich history, which includes a tragic fire that claimed several lives. But despite numerous investigations, the true identity and motive of the ghost remain a mystery. So, go delve into the eerie events that have made the General Wayne Inn a hotspot for paranormal activity.
These ghosts, we have had a funny incident with a new Cadillac in the parking lot outside.
Last year, a valet walked by a cattle.
Will you uncover the secrets behind this haunting, or will the truth remain forever trapped in the shadows? On Unsolved Mysteries.
Doors were locked, windows were all closed.
Last week, we examined the Son of Sam shootings that took place in New York in 1976 and 1977.
Number 6, The Son of Sam Murders. From Episode 7, Season 1.
Not act alone, that he was part of an organized conspiracy that carried out a year-long reign of terror in New York City.
For almost a year between 1976 and 1977, a serial killer dubbed the Son of Sam, who went on a shooting spree in New York City, killing 6 people and injuring 7 others. I will not want to be in this kind of situation. My heart goes out to the families.
Shootings. The difference in appearance suggested more than one suspect. But on August 10th, David Berkowitz was arrested.
The killer's cryptic letters and taunting messages only added to the mystery as detectives raced against time to stop the carnage. But despite a massive investigation, the true identity of the Son of Sam remains a topic of debate to this day. Go explore the chilling episode with details of this infamous case and the theories that have emerged over the years.
Eyewitness accounts of the last shooting that support his theory of more than one gunman. Eyewitness Tommy Zano was parked just in front of the victim's car, and he got a good look at the gun.
Will we finally uncover the truth behind the Son of Sam's sinister crimes? Go find and tell me what you think in the comments below.
Spotted leaving the crime scene, it may have contained one or more accomplices to the shooting. For over 29 years, the nation's most notorious prison, a home for such master criminals as Al Capone, Machine Gun Kelly, and its Birdman Robert Stroud.
Number 5. The Alcatraz Prison Escape. From Episode 17, Season 1.
That was the best guarantee that nobody would successfully escape, and nobody did.
In 1962, 3 inmates, Frank Morris and brothers John and Clarence Anglin, vanished from the maximum security Alcatraz Federal Penitentiary in San Francisco Bay.
The brilliant mastermind of the escape were never seen again. 10 days later, authorities discovered pieces of the raft. It had broken up at sea.
But back then, maximum meant you can try and get out. Nowadays, it's good luck. But despite an extensive search, with no bodies ever found, leaving behind a mystery that has endured for decades.
I felt that they didn't make it, but I thought we'd find a body. And we didn't find a body.
I think they made it. If you call the Bureau of Prisons today, they will tell you no one escaped from Alcatraz.
And even now, 2024, the ingenious escape plan involved dummy heads.
They may still be at large.
That just looks so bad now. Also a homemade raft and a clever use of prison resources. But did they survive the treacherous waters and make it to freedom, or did they meet a tragic end? I encourage you to explore and intriguing details of this infamous prison break and the theories that have emerged over the years. Will we finally uncover the truth behind the Alcatraz escape?
Swimmer Dave Horning to attempt to duplicate their dangerous swim to freedom. We've also built a replica of the convict's makeshift raft to see if it could possibly survive the 1.5-mile trip across the bay.
Number 4, the Roswell Incident. Episode 1, Season 2.
We heard a thunderclap that night that somehow sounded different.
In 1947, as some of you remember or heard of this strange object crashed in Roswell, New Mexico.
According to his son, Mac was on the range the next day looking to see which fields may have gotten precipitation the night before so they could move the livestock to those fields because the grass would be better there. And in his process of looking to see where the rain had come down,
sparking rumors of an extraterrestrial origin. The U.S. military initially reported the recovery of a flying disc, but later claimed it was a weather balloon.
the debris field was approximately 3/4 of a mile long, maybe as much as 200 or 300 feet in width. Scattered along there were bits and pieces of material. We refuse to call it metal because from the descriptions we have, it was more of a plastic-like material, very strong, very lightweight. The pieces of it were described as being 3 or 4 feet long, but as light as a feather, as thin as newsprint.
As we'll never know the truth. But over the years, witnesses have come forward with conflicting accounts, and conspiracy theories have run wild. Was it a genuine alien spacecraft or a military cover-up? So go watch the rest of it and find out more. Or if you just want to hear the best music intro ever and iconic voice ever, Number 3, Cindy Anderson's disappearance, from episode 13, season 2.
Cindy Anderson was plagued by a series of vivid dreams.
Please, don't hurt me.
In one episode, Cindy recognized the man at the door and let him in.
In 1981, the 20-year-old legal secretary vanished from her office in Toledo, Ohio, leaving behind only her car keys and purse. But she also foreseen her death.
What's wrong?
Mom, I had a dream last night.
Well, tell me about it.
There was this man, and I kept trying to get away, and he kept chasing me and coming after me.
The strange circumstances surrounding her disappearance have sparked a multitude of theories, ranging from abduction to voluntary exit.
The nightmares lasted for a year. Then on August 4th, 1981, Cindy Anderson went to work as usual. She was employed as a legal secretary, and in the mornings usually manned the office alone.
Go dive into the perplexing details of Cindy's disappearance and explore the various leads that have been pursued over the years. Will they finally uncover the truth behind her mysterious vanishing act? Or if you know of anything about any of the cases, please go to your local police.
Jay and I came back from downtown, went up to the door, and the the lights were on, the door was locked.
Number 2, The Murder of Teresita Basa. From episode 19, season 2.
Chicago firefighters responded to a call from a lakefront residential building. When the firemen arrived, they found that the blaze was confined to an upper-floor apartment.
In 1977, the Filipino-American respiratory therapist was found stabbed to death in her Chicago apartment, with no leads or suspects in sight.
The mattress in the middle of the living room floor was engulfed in flames.
But then, a strange and inexplicable development threw police a curveball, a tip that came from beyond the grave, as a ghost. So next time you sleep, keep one eye open. A ghost might want to ask for some help.
Have you ever had any dealings with possession or the occult?
Being a police officer, I've run into a lot of strange things. I've always tried to keep an open mind about it.
It was a funny situation. Being a policeman, you can tell when somebody's sincere and when they firmly believe they're giving you good information. I could tell it that he believed what he was telling me was the truth.
Go get into the chilling episode of Teresita's murder on Unsolved Mysteries and watch the rest of the inexplicable events that led to her killer's capture. Was it a genuine paranormal intervention or a clever ruse? All these episodes will be in the description if you want to watch the full episodes. All on YouTube.
At first, I thought I was dreaming. I could not believe my eyes. But she is looking at me, staring at me.
6 decades ago, Amelia Earhart was one of the most famous women in the world.
Number 1, The Death of Amelia Earhart. Episode 8, Season 3.
Labels and definitions. Part all-American girl, part daredevil, she was a perfect hero for her time.
Amelia Earhart, one of the greatest flyers in her time, and being a woman was a lot harder. The trailblazing aviator disappeared during a record attempt to fly around the world. She and her navigator, Fred Noonan, vanished over the Pacific Ocean, leaving behind a legacy of mystery and speculation.
Career as an aviator. She was attempting to become the first person, man or woman, to fly around the world at its widest point, the equator. Today, 53 years later, new evidence has deepened the mystery surrounding Amelia Earhart's last flight.
As there's so much to this story, check out the rest on Unsolved Mysteries with theories surrounding Earhart's disappearance, a crashing into the ocean from being captured by the Japanese. You'll examine the investigations, the clues, and the enduring fascination with this American icon. Please go watch all the videos shown here. It's all in the description below. Thank you for watching, and please like, as it really helps my upcoming channel, and subscribe for more videos like this.
Amelia and Fred had flown almost 2/3 of the way around the world, and they'd done it fairly quickly. They must have been very tired when they got to New Guinea.